Mara heaved the twisted bulkhead aside, her gloved hand scraping sparks from the metal. Lieutenant Saren Vol's armored form slumped free, four clawed limbs twitching amid the rubble. Artillery shells whistled closer, slamming into the ruins 50 meters out. The ceiling buckled with a screech. "Stay with me," Mara grunted. She hooked her arms under Saren's shoulders and dragged her backward through choking dust. Shrapnel pinged off her helmet. A support beam crashed down 10 paces behind, sealing the gap they'd just escaped. Saren's helmet visor hung cracked, hissing atmosphere from a fist-sized breach. Purple blood bubbled at the edges. Mara slapped a field seal patch over it one-handed, the adhesive bonding with a sizzle. She yanked a hypospray from her medkit and jammed it into the alien's neck seal. Universal coagulant flooded in. Human formula, tested on battlefield scraps, but it worked on most xenoblood. Saren's eyes snapped open behind the sealed visor, multifaceted irises dilating in the red emergency glow. His right upper arm jerked. A compact sidearm whipped up, its barrel centering on Mara's chestplate. Mara froze. Her own rifle hung loose on its sling. She raised both hands slow, palms out, and let the weapon slide into her thigh holster with a click. "Easy. I'm not your enemy right now." Saren's mandibles clicked behind the visor, audio feed crackling static. His breathing rasped, ragged, the pistol trembled but held steady. Another shell detonated outside, vibrating the floor. Dust rained from cracks, spiderwebbing overhead. Mara kept her voice level. "Your lieutenant." Saren Vol, Coalition Scout Command. "I'm Staff Sergeant Mara Klein. Terran Extraction Team. Your ride left you. Mine's coming. Lower the weapon, or we both die here." The alien's grip tightened. His lower arms clutched at his side, where shrapnel had punched through his carapace. Coagulant foam seeped white through the cracks. He scanned her insignia, then the human hands. Empty. Steady. Mara glanced up. The ceiling groaned again. A massive slab tilting loose. Saren's pistol wavered. He lowered it a fraction. Mara lunged forward, grabbing his wrist. She twisted the weapon free and tossed it across the chamber. It skidded into shadow. "You're hit bad," she said. "We move now." She keyed her throat mic. "Jace, this is Klein. Got the package. Mark extraction corridor through the east ruins. Drones up. Decoys hot." Static hissed, then Corporal Jace Rin's voice cut through. "Copy, Sergeant. Pass mouse. Sensors show Coalition hunter-killers closing from grid 4. 7. Terran Arty walking our way to blind fire on your last ping. Laying smoke and ghosts now. LZ Houghton 8 mics." Mara slung Saren's upper torso over her shoulder in a fireman's carry. The alien outweighed her by 30 kilos, but infantry PT made it routine. She kicked open a side hatch and plunged into the collapsing corridor. Alarms wailed, bulkheads twisted under distant blasts.
Saren stirred against her back. "Human."
"Why?" "Execution protocol." "Orders," Mara lied smooth. Truth was compassion. Coalition brass had pinged her squad for a POW grab, intel value high, but she'd seen enough bleeding enemies to treat first. "Shut up and conserve air." They burst into a shattered atrium. Wreckage smoldered. Jace's drones buzzed overhead, invisible specks painting hollow routes on her HUD. Red corridors snaked east. Clear for 200 meters, then enemy signatures swarmed. Pursuit chatter erupted on open freaks. Captain Olenbrecht's voice barked in Coalition Standard, auto-translated harsh in her earpiece. "Vol located. Human carrier confirmed. Trap, vector. Commit all lances. Retrieve or neutralize." Mara cursed under breath. Both sides wanted Saren dead or back, humans to deny enemy assets, Coalition to silence a loose officer. She sprinted rubble piles, boots crunching glasscrete. Saren's weight dragged, but adrenaline pumped. A Coalition lance popped from cover. 3 hunters, plasma lances charging blue. Mara dumped Saren behind a toppled pillar and snap-fired her rifle. Rounds chewed their lead scout's leg servos. It crumpled, howling. "Flankers!" Jace yelled over comms. "Drone spike on your 6, decoy away!" His ghost drone mimicked their heat sig, drawing fire. Shells from Terran Arty bracketed the fakes, cratering empty ground. Mara hauled Saren up again. "Legs working?" Saren tested his limbs. Lower claws scraped footing. He nodded once, mandibles parting in what might have been grim resolve. Assault, config. They moved tandem now. Mara led, rifle sweeping. Saren covered rear with recovered pistol, firing precise bursts. His shots vaporized a drone tailing them. Coalition scout, not Jace's. Effective, Mara said. No time for awe. Humans endured. Aliens precision killed. Together, it stacked. Breck's forces closed. Hover lances whined, searchlights, stabbing fog. Jace vectored them into a service tunnel. Bottleneck ahead. I can drop the brace. Collapses behind you. Do it. Mara shoved Saren through first. He stumbled, caught himself on walls.
She followed, slapping demo charge on the tunnel mouth. Blast roared.
Tons of debris sealed it. Shouts echoed from the other side. Breck's rage. Saren slumped against bulkhead visor fogging.
You collapse your own path.
For me? Mara checked his seals. Blood slowed. Extraction beats dying stupid. She patched a squad beacon low power. Jace pinged confirmation. Silence stretched. Saren's multifaceted eyes locked on her. Humans fight without mercy. Why carry burden? She met his gaze. Mercy wins wars. Or ends them. Truth slipped out. Battlefield triage blurred lines. Human normal. Alien extraordinary.
Jace broke in.
Sergeant, Breck's punching through alternate route. Terran gunships inbound, but they're tagging us as hostiles too. Pivot north. My overwatch has a gap. North meant open kill zone. Mara hauled Saren vertical.
On me. Lean if you need. He did. They staggered into flickering light.
Coalition fire stitched the ground behind. Saren fired back, dropping a pursuer mid-leap. Mara laid suppressive bursts, clearing a dash. Pain lanced her calf. Stray round. She ignored it. Saren noticed. Mandibles twitching. He pressed a coalition stim patch to her suit. Cool rush spread. Repay. Teamwork. Mara grinned under helmets. Jace's voice tightened. Breck's command lance inbound. 6 heavies. I spoofed him, but LZ's compromised. 5 mics to a vac bird. Breck himself crested a ridge. Power armor gleaming. Lances arrayed.
Saren, human deception ends.
Surrender the traitor. Captain Protocol demands my termination. Escape proves disloyalty. Breck advanced. Weapons hot. Precisely. Lance. Fire. Plasma scorched air. Mara dove, rolling Saren behind slag. She returned fire, rounds sparking off Breck's shields. Jace's drones swarmed, kamikaze detonating 2 lances. Saren raised pistol. Hesitated. He hunts us both. Trust me. Mara keyed open freak. Breck, this is Klein. Vols under Terran protection. Back off or we drop him here. Laughter barked back. Bluff. Humans discard weak.
Saren fired. His shot pierced a lance's joint, toppling it.
Breck roared orders. Jace chimed. Evac inbound. 2 mics. Hold. Mara and Saren fought back to back. Her rifle chewed armor. His pistol sniped joints. Alien precision met human grit. Plasma seared the air inches from Mara's boot. She slammed a fresh mag into her rifle and squeezed the trigger. Rounds hammered Breck's lead lance, cracking its knee servos. The alien toppled with a metallic screech. Saren's pistol barked beside her. Another pursuer crumpled, joint shot, clean through. Flank left, he rasped, mandibles clicking pain. Mara nodded, visor feed lighting enemy icons red. Breck's voice boomed over open comms.
Human, your shield fails.
Yield the fugitive. Negative, Mara snapped back.
She popped a grenade, arcing it into the ridgeline. Shrapnel pinged off armor. Jace's voice cut in, tight. Mara, heavy's closing fast. Evac birds taking flak. Rerouting. You got 30 seconds to break contact. Roger. Mara grabbed Saren's arm. His injured leg dragged, armor jammed from earlier hits. On me, tunnel ahead. Saren leaned heavy, but fired one-handed. Breck commits all. No mercy. They dashed low. Bullets chewed slag behind. Mara spotted the service hatch, rusted, half buried in debris. Coalition markings glowed faint.
Saren slumped against it. Straps fused.
Mara dropped to one knee. Knife out, she sliced the jammed armor straps with quick, precise cuts. Ceramite peeled back like foil. Saren's leg oozed iridescent blood. Scales cracked.
Move. Mara hoisted him fireman's carry.
He weighed like a downed squadmate. Manageable. She kicked the hatch. Locked. Jace pinged her HUD. Microdrone away. Patching patrol routes now. Her visor flickered. A 3D map bloomed, red lines snaking through corridors. Coalition patrols looped tight. Terran scouts probed from the flanks. Breck's heavies funneled their position. Copy? Heat flare? Mara asked, straining under Saren's weight. Green light. Toss east. Pull their sensors. Mara yanked a puck from her belt. Armed it. Lobbed hard into a side vent. Whoosh. Thermal bloom erupted, spiking every scanner and click. Sensors ghosted off them. Patrols veered. Nice, Saren murmured against her back. His breath rasped hot through her suit seals. Human tricks effective. Mara shouldered the hatch again. No give. Doors coalition locked. Code? Saren tensed. You shouldn't have one. Guest from Rex. Try this. Her gauntlet interfaced. She punched in a scavenged string, overheard from a dead officer's chatter. Denied. Red flash. Breck's roar echoed down the corridor. Flare confirmed. Trap sprung. Advance. Boots thundered closer. New code, Saren said. He tapped her vambrace with a claw, mandibles working. Fed digits direct. Personal override. Lieutenant access. Mara keyed it. Gears whirred. Lock cycled green. Hatch hissed open. She hauled Saren inside, diving as plasma licked the frame, sealed it behind. Dark tunnel swallowed them. Jace's map updated. You're in sublevels. Breck's splitting forces. 2 lances per access. Terran's vectoring drones your way too. Captain says extract at all costs. Mara jogged, Saren bouncing light on her shoulders. His weight pulled at her calf wound, but the stim held. Route, right fork, 200 meters. Service lift to surface, but patrol cycle every 90 seconds. Dim emergency strips glowed underfoot. Air hummed with distant vents. Mara's boots echoed soft. Saren shifted. Why? Protocol. Terminate escapee. You shield me. Bad call, Mara grunted. You're intel, and not dead yet. Mandibles clicked amusement. Pain. Humans. Horde weak links. Teamwork. Map showed clear for now. Red icons blinked ahead. Patrol. Mara eased Saren down, propped him against bulkhead. Rifle up. 3 coalition grunts patrolled, rifles slung, casual. Sensors swept lazy. She signaled Saren. Silent. He nodded, pistol ready. Mara flanked wide, knife first. Dropped the trail grunt, blade through neck seal. No cam squawk. Saren sniped the second eye shot, instant. Third spun. Mara's suppressed burst stitched his chest. Clear? She slung him again. Stim holding? Affirm, Saren said. Your blood smells of iron will. Tunnel narrowed. Pipes hissed, steam. Map pinged, lift ahead. Jace, lift's hot. Breck's point man there. Decoy drone inbound, 10 seconds. Mara stacked at the corner. Lift doors ajar. Alien-empowered exosuit guarding. Rifle scanned shadows. Drone whirred faint, then exploded in a corridor behind. Shouts erupted. Mara surged. Tackled him mid-stride. Elbow to throat plate. Crack. He went limp. Dragged body aside. Jammed lift call. Doors groaned open. Empty. Inside. Saren slumped corner. She hit surface level. Ascent hummed. Breck's voice crackled on intercepted comms. Sublevels breached. Saren lives. Human carries. Priority, recapture or kill both. Lift dinged. Doors parted to chaos. Surface ruins. Collapsed HABs. Fire-gutted hulks. Both armies clashed nearby. Terran squads pushing coalition flanks. Drones buzzed skies. Mara scanned. LZ marked 400 meters north. But patrols swarmed. Hostiles 12 o'clock, Jace warned. Coalition fire team 4 strong. Terran patrol east. Might I do you wrong? Saren stirred. Damaged. They see traitor. Mara popped her helmet. Air stank of ozone, cordite.
Fix it?
He extended claw. Patch mine to yours. Risky exposes position.
Do it! Claws danced over her suit port.
Link established. Alien glyph pulsed on her HUD. Friendly to coalition. Tested, Saren said. Breck's net reads you allied. Mara resealed. Hoisted him.
Dashed north, low and fast. Fire team spotted them.
Rifles rose. Halt glyph flashed from Mara's transponder. They froze. Mandibles dropped. One waved them through. Lieutenant Vol?
Human escort confirmed.
Mara nodded curt. Kept moving. Saren's weight lightened, or her adrenaline peaked. They obeyed. Your code, she said. Mine now. Evac bird circling. Breck's heavies inbound your 6. Spoofed 'em partial. Pop smoke? Negative. Visual. Mara crested rubble. Skyhawk thundered low, ramp dropping. But Breck burst from smoke. Power armor thundering. Lance reformed. Deception.
Fire, plasma,
Lanced. Mara rolled, shielding Saren. Rounds sparked her backplate.
Skyhawk gun spooled, shredded the lead heavies. Mara sprinted ramp. Corman grabbed Saren, pulled her aboard. Ramp whined shut. Bird banked hard. Breck's roar faded Doppler.
Inside, medbay lights glared.
Mara slumped bench. Corman scanned her calf. Through and through, lucky. Saren lay gurney, armor off. Scales patched hasty. Eyes locked hers. Mandibles stilled. Klein, you used my code. Personal. Breck knows now. Mara shrugged. Saved our asses. He extended claw. She clasped it. Grip firm. Jay's patched through. Captain's pissed. Both sides claiming you stole their officer. But Vol's talking. Says humans, protect. Saren clicked soft. Repaid tenfold. Bird climbed.
Battlefield shrank, but Mara's HUD pinged new.
Incoming coalition tight beam. Breck's voice, furious plasma scorched the air inches from Mara's helmet. She dove left, dragging Lieutenant Saren Vol behind a shattered ferrocrete pillar. Coalition rounds pinged off her backplate. Human return fire cracked from the ridge. Jace's overwatch holding the flank.
Contact front. Crossfire, Jay sparked over comms.
Drones painting heavies, 2 squads boxing east. Mara slammed her rifle butt into the pillar, popping a fresh mag. Saren wheezed beside her. Alien suit venting atmosphere in ragged bursts. Purple blood slicked her scales. One leg dragged useless. Hold still.
Mara yanked a trauma patch from her vest, pressed it over the suit breach on Saren's thigh.
Shh! Saren's claw snapped up. Rifle muzzle jammed under Mara's chin. Mandibles flared wide. She ripped her helmet seal with the other claw. Voice modulator crackled raw.
Why did you save me, human?
The question hit harder than any bullet. Mara's pulse thrummed. Enemy lines, 50 meters out. Breck's hunters closing. No time. She locked eyes. Saren's multifaceted gold staring back. Fierce, baffled. Mara grabbed the rifle barrel, pushed it aside, gentle but firm. Not dying today. Move. Saren's grip tightened. Answer. Mara patched the helmet seal next. Nanofiber knit fast. Then shoved Saren toward the next cover. A toppled dropship hull 20 meters off. Code first. Live second. Rounds chewed the pillar top. Mara rose, rifle barking controlled bursts. 2 hunters dropped, power armor sparking. She grabbed Saren's harness.
Hauled her up. Dead weight, but Mara powered through.
Battlefield triage routine. Even for aliens. They sprinted low. Saren limped, claw braced on Mara's shoulder. Plasma bolt grazed Mara's calf. Burned through fatigues. She gritted teeth. Kept moving. Jace's voice cut static. Breck's lance reforming your 12. Climb route vectoring. Rubble stack to east overlook. Risky, but clean shot on evac LZ. Mara scanned HUD. Boxed in coalition fire teams pinching from flanks. Breck's heavies thundering center. Firefight meant attrition. They lose. Climb meant exposure. But height advantage. Jace's drones could spoof. Copy. Climate is. Mara keyed Saren's transponder. Hacked earlier from Corman data. Pulled up Lieutenant Vol's personal glyph. Flashed it wideband. Your people know you're alive. Use it. Saren stumbled. Claws dug in. You. Presume we extract. Mara boosted her onto the first rubble ledge. Hand over hand now. Shards cut palms. Wind howled through skyscraper husks. Below, Breck's voice boomed amplified. Vol, the human deceives. Surrender or perish. Coalition troops hesitated. Glyph recognition rippled. Mara climbed faster. Saren matched suit servos whining. Mara shielded low. Body plate angled downrange. A sniper round ricocheted off it, meant for Saren's exposed back. They crested the overlook. Jace's drone buzzed overhead, laying decoy flares. Fire team inbound your pause. Glyph bought 30 seconds. Mara dropped prone.
Scoped the LZ below. Skyhawk circling tight, ramp prepped, but Breck burst from smoke.
Power armor gleaming. Lance reformed behind.
Deception confirmed. Fire. Plasma lanced up.
Mauro rolled right, pinning Saren under her frame. Heat washed her plate. Alarms wailed backplate integrity 60%.
Saren stiffened beneath.
Claws gripped Mara's arm, not pushing away. Stay down. Mara triggered smoke grenades. Purple clouds bloomed. She hauled Saren up. Ramp visual. Go. They slid down scree slope. Boots skidded. Mara fired backward, suppressing Breck's advance. Skyhawk thundered low. Ramp dropped. Human Marines waved. Coalition fire team crested opposite ridge. Rifles rose. Mara flashed the glyph again. Halt symbol pulsed bright. They froze. Mandibles dropped slack. Lead sergeant waved claws frantic. Lieutenant Vol? Human escort confirmed. Mara nodded curt. Kept momentum. Saren's weight lightened, or Mara's adrenaline peaked. They obeyed. Saren rasped, helmet seal fogged. Your code. Mara shouldered her fully now. Sprinting ramp. Mine now. Jace laughed over static. Evac bird locked. Breck's heavies inbound your 6. Spoofed impartial. Pop smoked. Negative. Visual.
Mara crested final rubble. Marines grabbed Saren.
Pulled her aboard. Mara vaulted after. Ramp whined shut. Skyhawk banked hard. G-forces slammed them. Breck's roar faded Doppler. Inside, medbay lights glared sterile. Mara slumped onto bench. Corman knelt, scanning her calf. Through and through. Lucky. Foam it.
Surin lay on gurney. Armor peeled off hasty.
Scales patched with human sealant. Her eyes locked Mara's. Mandibles stilled precise. Klein, you used my code. Personal access. Breck knows now. He'll hunt you. Mara shrugged. Winced as foam hissed into wound. Saved our asses. Worth it. Saren extended claw. Slow, deliberate. Grip firm. Four-fingered. Warm through glove. Repaid tenfold. Saren clicked soft.
Jace patched through from Overwatch. Captain's pissed. Both sides claiming you stole their officer.
But Vol's talking already. Says humans protect their own. Even us. The bird climbed steady. Battlefield shrank to smudges below. Mara leaned back. Adrenaline ebbed. Calf throbbed. But Saren's claw lingered in hers. Trust sealed harder than any patch. Her HUD pinged sharp. Incoming coalition tight beam priority override. Breck's voice blasted. Furious gravel through translator.
Human Klein, release Lieutenant Vol immediately.
This violation ends in retaliation. Name your terms.
Mara thumbed the reply key.
Marines glanced over. Corman paused mid-scan. Saren's mandibles twitched. Alert. Captain Breck, Mara said even. Lieutenant Vol's under human protection. Medical evac. No terms. Silence crackled. Then Breck snarled. Protection, you trespass on honor debt. She is coalition blood. Return her, or we burn your forward bases. Saren stirred. Claw tightened. Ignore him, Klein. He's pride-bound. Mara muted outbound. Eyed Saren. Your call. But he's not bluffing.
Saren clicked low, laughter. Nor are you.
Answer him. Show them.
Mara unmuted. Breck, listen. War's hell. But Vol lives because humans carry our wounded. All wounded. Debated on the line tomorrow. Tight beam cut. HUD cleared. Jace whistled. Bold. Sarge. Sensors show his lance pulling back. Coalition channels lighting. Vol's glyph verifying. Skyhawk leveled. Stars pricked forward viewports. Mara released Saren's claw reluctant. Corman resumed work. You asked why, Mara said quiet. Back on the pillar.
Saren's eyes gleamed. Still do.
Routine. Mara tapped her vest pouches. Medkits. Mags.
Triage doesn't check species. You fight good. Deserve the carry. Serene mandibles curved. Smile equivalent. Extraordinary routine. My people? Abandoned injured under fire. Efficiency, not us. Tested calf. Solid. Jace, status, clear skies. Fob 5 mics. Brass wants debrief. With guest.
Saren pushed up.
Scales flexed under patches. I speak for you, Klein. Breck listens to me. Mara nodded. Allies now? More. Saren gripped her forearm. Warrior clasp. Bonded. Bird shuddered like turbulence. Mama wrenched the manual crank. Rust flaked off the blast hatch. It ground sideways an inch. Contact rear, Saren hissed. Her plasma rifle snapped twice. Blue bolts scorched the corridor wall behind them. Mara pumped the crank harder. Muscles burned. Jace, talk to me. Radio crackled. Pursuit Lance 2 corridors left, Sarge. Spoofing our transponders now, making him think we're friendlies in the East Wing. Decoy drone away. Hatch lurched open a foot. Mara wedged her boot in.
Heaved again.
Saren backpedaled, covering the gap. Her scales gleamed under flickering emergency lights. Mandibles clicked. Alert. Got 'em chasing ghosts, Jace said. Breck's howling on open channel. Thinks it's a human trap. Mara grunted. Hatch slid wide enough. She yanked Saren through by the arm.
Oh.
They tumbled into the next passage. Collapsing bulkheads groaned overhead. Dust choked the air. Mara slammed the hatch shut. Spun the locking wheel. It caught. Saren braced against it, rifle trained back. Clear for now. Your overwatch, Sades hides. Routine, Mara said. She checked her HUD. Route to exfil, 300 meters. Pursuit closing from both ends. Coalition hunters ahead. Human patrols vectoring in blind. Brass had gone dark on her op. Rogue rescue. Saren's eyes narrowed, multifaceted, catching every shadow. Routine pulls me from Breck's claws. Humans chase too? Mara nodded once. Don't know I'm carrying Coalition brass. Shoot first protocol. Saren's claw flexed on her rifle. No flinch. Trust hung thin as the air recyclers whined. Jace cut in. Sarge, east decoy popped. Breck's lance doubling back. ETA 2 mics. Human fire team pinging your sector. Route shift. Service tunnels. Dead ahead. Mara slung her carbine. Copy. Lead on, Lieutenant. Saren took point. Her longer strides ate distance. Mara matched, calf throbbing from earlier shrapnel. Battlefield haze clawed their lungs. Alarms wailed, station integrity failing. They hit the junction. Red glyph pulsed on the deck. Coalition trip mine. Spikes ready to impale. Detonator arm visible. Saren dropped to a knee. My make. She pulled alien tools from her harness. Magnetic prongs. Vibro scalpel. Worked fast. Wires snipped. Glyph faded. Mara covered forward. Boots echoed distant. Hurry.
Click. Saren yanked the detonator free.
Held it out. Disarmed. Yours. Cool metal. Dead man switch.
Saren turned her back, exposed neck scales.
Rifle steady forward. No words. Pure trust. Mara clipped it to her vest. Clear. Mandibles curved slight. Approval. Breck's pride would detonate. You carry. They pushed. Sweat stung Mara's eyes. Last water pouch sloshed empty-ish on her thigh. She ripped it free. Split the contents with her knife. Half splashed into her palm. Offered to Saren. Drink. Saren paused. Eyed the human gesture. Coalition doctrine. Weak fall. But she cupped her claws. Sipped deliberate. Passed it back. Shared thirst binds. Mara downed the rest. Warm. Metallic.
Keeps us moving. HUD flashed. Pursuit converged.
Breck's voice boomed via Jace's relay. Alien tongue. Auto-translate harsh. Klein. Surrender vol. Human mercy reeks of deceit. Jace snorted over comms.
He's foaming, Sarge.
I jammed his tight beam. Service tunnel forks ahead. Left to exfil ramp. Mara thumbed her radio. Breck. She's walking out under human colors.
Debate later. Saren growled low.
Ignore, says Hook.
They veered left. Bulkhead ahead buckled.
Mara slapped a breaching charge. Cover. Debris rained.
They squeezed through.
Final passage to ramp. But rear sensors screamed. Breck's lance breached the hatch line. Timed charge, Mara said. Pulled demo pack. Wired it to the weakened strut. 15-second fuse. Saren scanned back. Human fire team closing fast. Yours? Shoot to miss, Mara ordered. They're blind. Plasma whined past. Human shouts echoed. Contact. Unknowns. Jace vectored. Transponders flipped, drawing him to Breck's flank. Go. Mara armed the charge. Red light blinked.
Run!
They sprinted. Saren's claws scraped deck. Mara's boots pounded. Ramp rose ahead. Skyhawk silhouette against void shields. Explosion roared behind. Passage collapsed in thunder. Dust plume chased them. Bullets pinged ramp edge. Human fire team crested. Halt. Mara raised empty hands. Saren mirrored. Rifle slung. It's Klein. Stand down. With evacuee. Fire team lead froze. Sarge. That's Coalition. Affirm. Routine triage. Skyhawk ramp whined down. Corpsman waved them in. Mara shoved Saren aboard first. Climbed after. Ramp sealed. Pilot banked hard. Mara strapped in. Eyed Saren across the hold. Alien officer breathed steady. Patches sealed her wounds. Human medjool holding.
Jace's voice patched through. Clear skies, Sarge.
Fob inbound. Breck's channel lit again. Vol. Report.
Saren grabbed the comm panel, activated her glyph verifier.
Spoke sharp alien syllables. Breck snarled back. Mara, muted outbound. Your call. Saren clicked, amused rasp. He yields. Watches. Breck barked. Proof of life? Saren thrust claw toward pickup. Klein carries. Honor debt. Silence. Then, extract confirmed. Pursuit holds. Link dropped. Mara exhaled. Saren met her gaze. Why? Back on the pillar. Mara echoed their first words. Triage. No species check.
Saren gripped Mara's forearm. Warrior clasp.
Tight. Extraordinary. My kin abandon wounded. You haul through fire. Not abandon, Mara said. Protect.
Bird shuddered.
Stars wheeled past viewports. Jace whistled. Brass inbound for debrief. Guest status? Saren Mandibles smiled. Ally. Bond. Mara nodded. Released the claw reluctant. Routine just got permanent. But HUD pinged new. Coalition signatures massing forward bases. Breck's voice echoed faint on intercept. Humans shield vol. Test them. Saren stirred. War shifts. Mara checked mags. Together, claw tightened. Bonded. Deeper in the hold, Mara inventoried gear. Saren watched. Silent, Corman knelt by the alien. Injected broad spectrum. Stable. Your work held. Mara nodded. Good. Saren waved him off. Stood, tested, legs. Scales, flexed, sound. Walk with you, Klein. FOB first. Debrief. Saren's eyes gleamed. Speak your truth. Breck listens now. Radio crackled. Jace, Sarge, sensors clean. But coalition chatter spikes. Honor debt talk. Mara glanced Saren. Trust forged in blast doors and shared water. Battlefield flipped it. Human compassion. Alien bond. Skyhawk dove for fob lights. Earlier crank stuck worse. Mara wedged her multi-tool. Leaned full weight. Hatch screamed open. Saren fired blind into dark. Pursuit bolt splashed harmless. Go. Mara barked. Through. Locked. Saren's back stayed to her. No doubt. Jace's spoof bought seconds. Breck cursed channels. Mine next. Saren's tools danced. Detonator out. Handed over. Back turned. That moment sealed it. Mara's boots skidded on shattered plasteel. Her HUD flashed urgent pings. Wounded signatures. Human and alien. Tangled in the rubble of a collapsed hab block. Both sides pinned under crossing fire from auto turrets.
She halted the squad.
Jace. Eyes on that kill zone. Mixed casualties. We're diverting. Copy, Sarge. Jace crackled over comms. Drones confirm. 3 humans. 2 coalition. Turs chewing him up. Routes hot.
Saren gripped her shoulder plate.
The alien lieutenant's mandibles clicked sharp. Klein. Extraction line holds priority. Leave them. Mara shook her head. Slung her rifle. Not how we do it. She waved the fire team forward. Suppressive those Turs. Suppressive only. Save ammo for Breck's hunters. Bullets whined past as they bounded low. Mara slid into a crater beside the first casualty, a human private, leg mangled, tourniquet half applied. She yanked a trauma kit from her vest. Packed the wound. Hang on, kid. Saren dropped beside her. Fired precise bursts at the turrets. Madness. Humans die for this. Live for it. Mara cinched the tourniquet. Dragged the private toward a shattered wall. Saren hauled a coalition trooper, scale armored, gut shot, by the harness. Shells cratered the ground behind them. Jace's voice cut in.
Decoy drone away. Turs chasing ghosts.
30 seconds clear. They tumbled into cover, a half-collapsed bunker mouth. Mara ripped open another kit. Scanned vitals. Human private stabilized. Coalition trooper next. Pressure on the bleed, coagulant spray. Injected a hypospray. Breathe steady, Krell. Suppressive fire rattled from Mara's team. Incoming rounds chipped the bunker lip. Mara patched a second human. Concussed, shrapnel in the arm. Last one. Coalition sergeant. Chest crushed. She applied a field splint. No time for more. Saren's eyes locked on her. You treat enemies. Why? Mara sealed the last bandage. They're downed. Battlefield rule. She grabbed her rifle. Stood. HUD pinged heavy signatures inbound. Breck's here. Full capture team. Coalition skimmers screamed low. Boots hit dirt outside.
Captain Olin Breck's voice boomed amplified. Human.
Release Lieutenant Vol. Surrender the wounded. No tricks. Mara stepped to the bunker edge. Rifle raised, but then lowered. She thumbed the safety. Tossed it forward into the open. It clattered on rubble. Jace hissed.
Sarge!
What the hell? Ceasefire window? Mara called out. Hands open, palms up. 5 minutes. Evac the wounded. No shots. Breck's silhouette crested the rise. Tall, ridged armor gleaming under flare light. His troops fanned out. Weapons trained. Trap. Humans always trap.
Saren rose behind Mara. Mandibles flared.
She pushed past. Claws extended. Not aggressive. Commanding. Blocked Breck's line of fire to Mara. Captain Breck, Saren barked. Voice steel. Lieutenant Vol, senior rank. Ceasefire granted. 5 minutes. Honor binds you. Breck froze. His troops shifted uneasy. Lieutenant, you vouch for the human?
Saren's claw pointed back at Mara.
She carried me. Triaged us all. No trap. Mara held position. Watched Breck's mandibles work. Heart steady. Bet was placed. Breck signaled. Weapons dipped. 4 minutes remain. Move wounded. Mara's team hauled humans first. Coalition troops dragged their own. Saren oversaw, eyes flicking between sides. No shots fired. Jace's drone hummed overhead. Sarge, brass wants exfil now. But this? Coalition's holding fire. Mara nodded to Saren. Grabbed the last human private. Coalition sergeant limped between two of Breck's troops. Breck approached slow. Eyed Mara.
Human compassion.
Rare data. Standard op. Mara hefted her rifle from the dirt. Slung it loose.
Saren turned to Breck.
Humans shield their own and ours. War changes. Breck's gaze lingered on Mara. Nodded once. Evac lifts in 3. Vol, with us? Saren hesitated. Claw brushed Mara's arm. No. With Klein. Troops pulled back. Skimmers revved. Mara keyed comms. Jace, cover exfil. Double time. They burst from cover. Human wounded loaded onto the squad's hover sled. Saren climbed aboard beside Mara. Breck's team peeled off parallel. No pursuit. Jace whooped. Route green. Breck's ghosting us. What you do, Sarge? Mara checked the wounded.
Dropped the gun. Bought mercy.
Saren's mandibles curved. A smile. Risked all. Bond starts. Explosions rocked distant lines.
Coalition massing, but this pocket held.
Mara gripped the sled controls. Battlefield truce fragile. Trust? Just born. HUD pinged fob approach. But sensors spiked. Breck's chatter leaked. Vol secured by human. Honor debt active. Hold fire on their vector. Rifle ready. Saren's claw tightened on her shoulder. Enemies to allies. 1 drop at a time. The sled banked hard. Incoming fire licked tails. Jace's decoy flared bright. Got him chasing shadows. Mara pushed throttle. Wounded groaned but held. Saren fired back. Precise. Covering. Human grit, alien aim. Combo worked. But Breck's voice echoed on open channel.
Klein. Vol safe. Det noted.
Copy. See you on the flip.
Saren leaned close.
He listens now. Drop sled touched dirt. Med team swarmed. Mara jumped down. Helped Saren off. Claw lingered. Jace slapped her back. Brass. Inbound. That drop? Legend shit.
Mara shrugged. Checked mags.
Routine held mostly. Coalition signatures shifted on tactical, not attack. Saren stood tall. Walk with you, Klein? FOB first.
Debrief.
Eyes gleamed.
Speak truth. Breck shifts.
Radio crackled. Jace, sensors clean.
Honor debt chatter spikes. Trust forged.
Battlefield flipped it. Earlier crank stuck. Mara wedged multi-tool. Leaned weight. Hatch screened open. Saren fired blind into dark. Pursuit bolt splashed. Go. Mara barked. Through. Locked. Saren's back to her, no doubt. Jace spoofed seconds. Breck cursed channels. Mine next. Saren's tools danced. Detonator out. Handed over, back turned. That moment sealed it. Now, fob perimeter secured. Mara inventoried gear. Saren watched. Silent. Corman knelt by alien. Injected broad spectrum. Your work held it. Good. Saren waved him off. Stood. Tested legs. Scales flexed. Walk with you? Always. Skyhawk dove for lights. Coalition massed forward bases. Breck. Humans shield vol. Test them. War shifts. Mara checked mags. Together, claw tightened. Deeper in hold. Gear stacked. Mara wiped sweat. Saren's gaze steady. Jace whistled. Guest status? Saren Mandible smiled. A lie. Bonded. Mara nodded. Released claw reluctant. HUD pinged new. Brex push tested. But truce held, for now. Mara gripped rifle. Saren at side. Compassion under fire. Enemies allied. Survival dust plumes erupted ahead. Mara slammed her boot down. Ambush. Drainage cut, now. Saren's claws scraped rock as she dove left. Jace hit the dirt beside her, drone launcher up. The column 6 humans, tight packed with their alien guest, piled into the jagged trench. Coalition fire chewed the ridgeline above. Breck had shattered the ceasefire. No warning pings. Just barrels rising from camouflaged pits. Scanned through her sights. 3 heavies. Nested in the dust lift she'd clocked seconds ago. Perfect trap. Coalition ambush doctrine to the letter. But humans read maps funny. Jace decoys hot. Flank alpha. Affirm. Jace thumbed the trigger. Beacons streaked skyward, blooming false heat signatures 2 clicks east. Coalition sensors would bite. They always did. Rounds zipped past Mara's helmet. She squeezed off short bursts. 1 barrel gunner jerked back, turret silent. Saren's rifle cracked beside her, precise, alien accurate at range.
Breck leads them,
the lieutenant hissed. Mandibles clicked tension. Relentless. Stay low. Mara vaulted the cut's edge. Tight angles here. She bounded left, using boulder clusters for cover. The squad followed in bounds. Goal. Punched through to the extraction beacon blinking on her HUD, half a click north. Conflict. Breck's hunters closing fast.
No air support yet. Skyhawks grounded by ECM soup.
Jace's voice cut the net. Decoys drawing fire. Pursuit vector shifting. Wait, no. Breck's overriding. Drones up. His feed patched in. 4 skimmers inbound. Troops disgorging. Mara keyed her rifle to burst. Suppress the heavies. Saren, with me.
They low-crawled a defilade, popping shots at exposed legs.
Coalition grunts. Scaled like Saren, but armored heavier, flinched at human rates of fire. Aliens favored sustained beams. Humans stitched lead. A skimmer whined overhead. Mara shoved Saren down. Shrapnel peppered the cut. Tight bursts only. Conserve. She led the counter-maneuver. Leapfrog through choke points. Grenades arcing into nests. 1 blast flipped a barrel. Crew spilled out, cut down by squad fire. Saren matched her step for step. No hesitation. Bond, she'd called it back at FOB. Mara had nodded. Actions proved it. Radio spat urgency. Jace, Breck's command skimmer pinned your 6. Closing fast. Beacon hot in 3 mics. Copy. Mara sighted the last heavy. Dustlift betrayed its reload. She fired.
Gunner slumped. Push. They surged up the cut's end.
Open ground now.
Battlefield collapse in full swing. Craters from earlier barrages, twisted wrecks smoking. Both sides hunted them. Coalition reclaiming their officer, humans assuming defector snatch. There. She pointed claws at a coalition squad cresting east. Breck's colors on the leader. 10 troops beams charging. Mara dropped prone. Her squad fanned, rifles barking. Aliens, scattered, but pressed. Disciplined. A beam lanced wide. Mara rolled, fired back.
Saren flanked right, her shots dropping too. Trust in motion.
Then Breck's skimmer crested. Door gun spun up. Mara yelled, down! Saren lunged instead, shoved Mara clear. The beam caught her midair. Scales charred across her flank. She hit dirt hard, rifle skittering. Saren! Mara scrambled over. Blood greenish, thick pumped from the gash. Alien physiology tough, but beams cauterized nasty. Jace. Beacon now. Corman on her. Saren gripped Mara's arm. Mandibles worked. Go. Leave. Shut it. Mara slung her rifle. Hoisted Saren one-armed over her shoulder. Fireman's carry, battlefield standard. Alien weighed like a ruck full of bricks, but Mara powered through. Legs pumped, squad laid suppressing fire. Coalition closed. Breck's voice boomed from the skimmer's amp.
Human, yield the traitor Val.
Or die. Mara gritted teeth. Saren's claws dug in. Not pain, anchor. Not yours. She zigzagged craters, eating ground. Jace's drone buzzed cover, micro-munitions popping pursuers. Rounds tugged at her boot. Mara dove behind a wreck. Squad peeled back, drawing fire. Jace, 50 meters. ECM braking. Skyhawk inbound. Saren wheezed against her back. Why? Carry? Routine. Mara heaved up. Ran. Compassion? Just triage. Extraction. But Saren's weight felt like trust earned. Enemies allied under fire. Breck's skimmer banked hard. Door gun tracked. Mara sprinted the last gap. Beacon flared green. LZ hot. Skyhawk rotors thumped. Missiles streaked from its pods. Skimmer erupted in flame. Breck bailed. Cursing open channel. Mara dumped Saren inside the ramp. Corpsmen swarmed. Stable vitals. Beam graze. Saren's eyes locked on Mara. Claw extended. Mara clasped it. Bonded. Jace piled in last. Ramp, word, shut. Bird, lifted. Battlefield shrank below. Breck's forces regrouping. Humans holding the line. But HUD pinged new. Coalition signatures, massing. Not retreat. Push. Truce. Shattered for good. Mara checked mags. Saren stirred beside her. Breck comes. Always. Mara gripped rifle. Together, rounds cracked the Skyhawk's hull. Mara snapped alert. Incoming. Pilot banked hard. Sam lock. Flares away. Saren clutched her wound. Claws flexed. Jace patched drone feed. Breck's heavies. Ground fire. Goal. Fob link up. 2 minutes out, but Breck hunted personal now. She'd read his trap like a bad map.
Heat adapt. Arm doors.
Mara ordered. Squad prepped. Air to ground their edge. Skyhawk shuddered. Mara sighted through port. Coalition convoy snaking ridges. Breck's banner. Beams clawed sky. She fired first. Hit sparked armor. Saren joined, weak but true. For you, Klein.
Human fire overwhelmed. Convoy smoked.
Breck's skimmer peeled off, trailing fire. Pilot FOB visual. Clear, they touched down. Dust swirled.
FOB guns covered!
Mara hauled Saren out. Medbay waited. Corpsman took over. She'll pull through. Human carry saved her. Saren mandibles twitched. Smile. Extraordinary, normal. Wiped green blood from her shoulder. Routine. But Jace whistle blow. Coalition net chatter. Breck calling it off? Honor debt? Saren's gaze sharpened. He knows. Bond witnessed. Mara inventoried wounds. Trust built. Battlefield flipped permanent. Deeper in fob, brass waited. Debrief. But sky darkened. Coalition massed horizons. Breck tested again. Mara gripped Saren's claw. Allies now. Compassion under fire. Survival into trust. No. Wait. Chapter end. Hook. Earlier beats expanded, but word count building. Backtrack prose. Mara lowered Saren to the deck. Skyhawk rotors spun down. Fob floodlights cut the night. Squad dismounted, slapping shoulders. Perimeter secure, Jace reported. Drone feed clear, Corpsman knelt. Categorize clean. Injecting regen. Your carry minimized shock, Sergeant. Mara stripped mags. Reloaded. Routine triage. Saren pushed up on elbow. Scales gleamed under lights. Humans. Carry wounded through fire. Norm? Jace chuckled. For us? Tuesday. Mandibles Mara hauled Saren's limp form across shattered ferrocrete. Bullets chewed the landing zone's edge. She dumped the alien lieutenant behind a buckled cargo crate and yanked the smoke grenade pin. Thick gray clouds billowed out, swallowing the pad.
Smoke up! Mara barked into her comm. Rifle snapped to her shoulder.
She fired controlled bursts at muzzle flashes in the tree line. Coalition troops pressed hard. Rounds bracketed the zone, stitching craters around her boots. Jace's voice crackled. Let suit hot. Sergeant, drones painting 3 skimmers inbound. Dropship ETA 2 mics. Jamming's thick.
Hotwire that beacon, Corporal.
Max output. Get 'em on target. Affirm. Mara crouched low. Saren groaned, mandibles twitching. Green ichor soaked the alien scales from a gut wound. Mara pressed a fresh coag pack harder. Stay down, Lieutenant. Ship's coming. Sari's compound eyes flickered open. Claws gripped Mara's armplate.
Human, why? I led hunts against you.
Routine extraction. Mara scanned the smoke. A shape ghosted through. Coalition trooper. Plasma rifle raised. She double-tapped center mass. The alien crumpled. Triage first. Questions later. Jace whooped over comm. Beacon screaming. Skyhawks punching through. Visual on your smoke. Hold the pad. The dropship knifed down, countermeasures flaring against incoming fire, but screams cut the air.
Engines revved wrong. Pilots hit, Jace yelled.
Jamming fried nav. I'm vectoring manual. Mara dragged Saren toward the center mark. Her shoulders burned from the carry.
Coalition firewalkers swarmed the smoke's edge. She hosed them down. One dropped, then two, but more poured in. A skimmer screamed low. Captain Olenbrecht stood in the turret, void black armor scarred from earlier hits. His plasma cannon locked on Mara. Saren?
To me.
Breck roared through his helmet amp. Pursuit commander's voice boomed, relentless.
Saren stirred. Claws scraped deck.
Breck? No. Mara shoved her flat. Eyes front. She rolled, sighted Breck's skimmer. The alien captain leaped clear as it plowed into a crater, rotors shredding. Breck charged, blade arms extended. Coalition troops rallied behind him. Jace's drone buzzed overhead. Skimmer's toast. Dropship's 30 seconds. Breck's closing fast. Mara fired. Breck dodged, inhumanly quick. Coalition Marines flanked, suppressive fire pinning her. She popped her last math, slide, locked back. Breck loomed through the haze, claws raised for the kill stroke on Saren. Saren exploded up.
She tackled Breck mid-leap. They crashed in a tangle of scales and armor.
Stand down, Saren hissed, pinning her commander's arm. Mandibles clacked fury. Witness. Human spares us. Breck bucked. Traitor, she drags you to slaughter. Rotor wash hit like a gale. Skyhawk touched down hard, ramp slamming open. Crew gunners poured fire into the flanks. Mara lunged through the maelstrom. She grabbed Breck's harness, yanked him off Saren. The alien commander swung wild. Mara sidestepped, drove her boot into his knee joint. It buckled. Prisoners, not trophies, Mara shouted to the crew. She hauled Breck toward the ramp, one arm dragging his dead weight, the other firing her sidearm one-handed. Saren staggered up beside her, claws steadying the captain. Crewmen swarmed. They zip-tied Breck's limbs.
Dragged him aboard. Mara shoved Saren in next.
Load up, rounds pinged the hull. Jace sprinted from cover, drone case banging his thigh. All in. Punch it. Skyhawk lurched skyward. Rotor wash flattened the zone. Coalition troops scattered or burned. Mara slumped against the bulkhead. Breck thrashed in restraints across from her. His helmet visor cracked, revealing slit-piled eyes blazing hate, then confusion. You, Save Hunter? Breck growled. Voice modulator glitched, mandibles clicking raw. Saren slumped beside him. Regen pack hummed on her wound.
She carried me.
Through your fire. Norm for humans. Solid extract, Sergeant. Fobs green. Mara nodded. Reloaded her sidearm. Routine, but Breck's gaze locked on her. No thrash now. Claws flexed slow in ties. Jace patched into the net. Fobby visual. Clear swirled as they touched down. Fob guns covered the pad. Mara hauled Saren out first. Med Bay waited.
Corbin took over. She'll pull through,
the corpsman said, scanning.
Human carry saved her. Minimized shock.
Saren mandibles twitched. A smile, alien style. Extraordinary, normal. Mara wiped green blood from her shoulder.
Inventory wounds. Stripped mags.
Reloaded. Jace whistle blow. Drone feed clear. Coalition chatter spiking. Breck's calling off pursuit. Honor debt. Saren's gaze sharpened on Mara. He knows. Bond witnessed. Deeper in the fob. Brass waited. Debrief loomed, but sky darkened. Coalition massed on horizons. Breck tested again, from inside. Mara gripped Saren's claw, firm.
Allies now. Breck sat chained in interrogation bay.
Mara entered alone. Guard outside. Protocol. You hunt well, she said. Set water bulb on the table. Human standard. Drink. Breck ignored it. Eyed her shoulder. Green stain lingered. Why pull me? Trophy value low. Alive. Enemies today, not forever. Mara sat. No notes. Your lieutenant lives. Region works fast on your kind. Mandibles worked. Saren reports true. You carried her. Firewalkers everywhere. No abandon. Tuesday for us.
Mara leaned forward. War flips.
Trust builds in the carry.
Breck's claws tapped the restraints.
Slow rhythm. Humans, durable. Stubborn. My skimmer burned.
You charged anyway. Extraction goal.
Mara stood. Unclipped one restraint, arm only. Test. Debrief later. He took the bulb. Sipped. Eyes narrowed. Detonated. Outside, Jace waited.
Brass wants you. Coalition's pulling back.
Breck's signal? Mara nodded. On her det. Saren met them in corridor. Scales brighter, standing unaided. Captain yields. Your compassion flips lines. Gunfire echoed distant. Probes.
Mara checked rifle.
Squat up. Human stride matched alien gait. Battlefield flipped. Fob klaxons wailed. Coalition push hardened. Breck's voice boomed over captured net.
Stand down.
Det binds. Mara smiled faint. Routine turned trust.
Dropship ramp hissed open again. Evac protocols.
Mara waved squad aboard, Saren beside her.
Breck, unchained now, hauled gear. Allies, Saren said. Mara gripped both claws, lifted off into dawn fire. Compassion under fire. Survival sealed trust. War's new line drawn.